To be honest, we're not, I wouldn't say we've got sort of north, east, south, west in Germany. The key really is the demographics and the quality of the location. And that particular asset was a retail asset. We've done quite well by extending leases and selling it on, etc. So these aren't big lot sizes. I think that particular transaction was sort of 2.5 million, something like that. But there's money to be made if you can understand the sort of basic demographics in modest towns. And that's really what's driving us.
We found great deals in Leipzig, in Ulm, in Dresden. You buy a 20 to 30 million asset in a walkable location. You've got active asset management. It's sustainable. And I think I've heard possibly the comment earlier on is you have to look 10 years out. The problem is too many people trying to look today and tomorrow. Real estate isn't short-dated. And most of my funds are medium to long-dated. And this is the important thing, is how are you going to get out of that asset is the first thing. And the second thing is it's sustainable location. And that's what you really have to look for. So the answer to it, there are in these cities, and Michael's point's right, if you follow demography, if you follow where the tenants are, you look 10 years ahead. That's why you need to have a tactical approach when it comes to office investment.
It's a simple question. Do you have intelligence locally? If there's a university there, ideal. So you go Heidelberg, Bonn, Göttingen, Freiburg. So there's a lot of university towns. Passau, perfect place to go. Both on your side, again, build, you can stay there. It's a perfect way of life to actually stay in these cities. 100,000, 250,000 big, and there's a lot of these cities. You'd be amazed how many mid-sized cities there are. You can go to Kassel. Then you differentiate office and retail. And retail high street, you can go into more or less any of these cities. But again, look at the pricing. Something in Lübeck, I think, just sold for something like sub 4. You're talking 25. In Lübeck. But you have a lot of these cities. So offices in particular, again, see where there's a demand, where there's a growth, where there's university, where there's a conglomeration, where people move and where people live. They like to work relatively in the vicinity. I don't think Germans are great commuters. They're not used to it in their DNA like everybody in London is. But if you take a normal London commute, you could probably live in Hamburg and work in Munich if you take the plane. Which again makes it nice to move to Germany. Anyway, let's not go down that road. But we love these small. We just bought in Bremen again, and we've looked at Kassel, and we'd love to do Heidelberg and Freiburg, and we bought in Leipzig, resi and retail and office. So these eastern cities are finally coming back as well, which 10 years we wouldn't have touched with a barge pole. And we're now moving back into that. You can do retail in Halle. I wouldn't go as far as Cottbus and Chemnitz. But even there's an interest, and the pricing average it's a matter of pricing. People will go if there's a certain dynamic.
Well, the other thing I would add to that is the city management, the administration. You really have to know your city, and you have to know the mayor, and you have to know the planning, because these places are a combination of tenant, the city, and capital. And whilst possibly we might know two of them, the tenant and the capital, if you don't understand the city and what the city are thinking. I've been in some places, and one of the reasons I just bought in Leipzig is the city have just finished, in my location, a major public sector refurbishment around it. And that means it's a sustainable location. So again, please, when you look at these cities, and I think Philip's absolutely right, I think is the combination of those 3 in 1, city, capital, and tenant.
And I think, there's also a concept around what you just mentioned. It's called brain hubs. It was sort of studied by Harvard University, saying that, after the industry hubs, now there's brain hubs, universities in the middle, young people studying there, but also companies, startups growing around these brain hubs, and more people moving there. So, in Germany, we have about 20 or 30 of those brain hubs.
Well, if you just read Richard Florida, Creative Class, which is exactly what you're saying. It's a trend which was in the States, which has come to Europe and becoming more pronounced, but absolutely right, 100%.